Hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL in the Trenches. This is the Frontline in the Trenches for the Prediction League with the results in the intro that they say the same, but is never the same. I am your co-host, Scott. Joining me is BeerMeJesus. How are you today, BeerMe?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. We got AEW Revolution happening on the weekend, so we did results for that. And this one's a little bit different, as you know, compared to the usual. It's a house show, and our normal stuff for main shows, but so people know and can learn all this stuff, go to our Twitter, go to our Discord. Links are down below. Links are all there. You can learn what our house shows are and what our main shows are and what everything is as far as for what the hell we do at the FPL. Frontline Prediction League is a wrestling prediction league, and their storylines and stuff, and you can see, yeah, it's Kenny Omega and John Moxley. What's the GMSG in pain? If you're watching it for the first time, you're going to learn right quick what's here. But this being a house show, as in not WWE or NXT, which is not a knock on the others, but that's just the most prevalent, and that's how we treat them. Not everybody had to participate, bear me. I know you did.
Mm-hmm.
You did. I did. A good section of the roster did. I think pretty much everybody did. There might have been a name or two that didn't. But most everyone did come out for this one. And that's awesome after the run we've had with 3 main shows, with everybody coming along board for the first house show to see what goes on. And we did have some extra incentive with the Casino Battle Royale, with something on the line for that. So it is awesome to see people coming along. And again, if you're not already, follow us here on this YouTube channel. Follow us on our Frontline League Twitter. You can follow Beer Me and I down below as well. And while you're at it, you can check out Top of the Card Podcast. It's Top of the Card Pod on YouTube, or Twitter rather. There is YouTube coming. I'm slow on that. We had to get this done first. But Beer Me and I are part of that, along with the rest of the creative guys. And you can listen to us talk about the actual wrestling and the actual pay-per-view. So if you want to hear that stuff, check out that episode wherever you can find your podcasts. But for our version of Revolution, well, let's dive right in, Beer Me, because your boy, your FBU stablemate, the GMSG, my favorite,
Of course.
he beat Payne. He went one-on-one with the WrestleMania main event, half of the WrestleMania main event, and he won. Now Payne is going to face Ash at WrestleMania. Payne and Ash are going to determine who is one half of the SummerSlam main event for the World Championship. The GMSG just beat him, and I mean, we've said it before, but Payne's losing. It doesn't really matter. It is kind of setting up a future contender issue. Like he's getting a line behind him, but he's got Mania in the bag. He's got the main event.
It's almost like he won the Money in the Bank, and it's just waiting to cash in or something, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
As long as he wins the one that matters at WrestleMania, these other ones don't matter. Like he has to win 2 matches.
Yep.
He won one to get in, and he's going to win 2 more, and he's the champ. He can lose all these other ones. That will make it so there's contenders clawing at him with a target on his back, and makes our job tricky to go, well, which one of the people that beat Payne deserves the shot, right? Ash, meanwhile, Ash is having some troubles too. Not to jump the gun here, but neither of these guys have had it really stellar from what I can recall. But again, as a solution tag team champion, Beer Me, you know it's all about winning the ones that matter.
it's true.
Because you could go 2 months with 2 title defenses and have 4 matches, and you only win the title defenses, means you're still champ. So, GMSG though, again, my good friend, solid win, 10 points on AEW, which again 7-8 matches I think there was one at the last minute. Which, by the way, that was a screwy thing with the kickoff, for their buy-in as they call it, because AEW advertised it as being 7:30, but on Fight it was at 7. We always defer to the official, so that would be AEW. The buy-in did go live at 7, but their broadcast of a match started at 7:30. So we're going to always go by the 7:30 time, so we did count that for submissions as far as that. Even though I said all this other time 7 to 6, so it's 7:30 to 6:30. So just keep that in mind.
When did they announce that the match was thrown? Because I remember seeing that the match was thrown, and I wasn't
it was
around at that point.
Right on the cusp of that. I believe it actually did go through. It was before the deadline because it pulled out. So anybody that had points, everything went descending. So if you had 6 points on it, you suddenly have your 7-pointer be your 6-pointer, and your 8-pointer is 7, and your 9-pointer is 8, and now that's your top. If anybody put it as their 1-pointer, everything descends, and your number 2 is now your number 1, etc. If it was your 9-pointer, oh well, like it's now your top one's the 8-pointer that you already had. So that's happening whenever a match gets thrown out before the deadline. And like I said, this was on the wire. If you go back to the last one, I think it was with the Keith Lee situation and the Oscar stuff, where they were saying like the hour deadline happened, and then 2 minutes later, this match is gone. All right, we throw it out. 0 for everything. We don't descend it because the deadline's happened. Now it's gone. So you got to keep that stuff in mind when you're doing your picks. It's hellish for some of this stuff. Let's be honest. It's not fun when they do that, and that's why we have the hour-long deadline. Now, for us, we put in ours early. I know you and I did. There was 42 people, I believe it was, who put our picks in early because we had that Saturday deadline for the Battle Royale participants. And if you watched our War Room, our other show, hear about that stuff to see the draw.
Oh, yep. I was trying to get in that.
Yeah, you didn't, but GBG did. It was a really good mix. We'll talk about that one more in a second here, but it was a really fun mix of different stuff compared to what was on there. So, but let's go through. GMSG had that one. He didn't win that, but we'll get there. I was supposed to have my birthday a week ago with the show, and then get the awarding. Of course, I wasn't getting awarded the titles. That was all just a ruse. That was all the storyline stuff. Rate Wrestle was my opponent.
If you actually did,
that'd be great. But no, that was all just the thing. Like, what kind of heel would celebrate his birthday on like a day later or a week later? Yeah, that kind of heel. So it was Rate Wrestle, and it wasn't going to be an open challenge because we did that last year, and I kind of had in mind Rate Wrestle based on what happened before. Because that team beat me in red, so I wanted a one-on-one with Rate Wrestle after having the cool moments there and cool moments in the Rumble, and he was open to it. He likes that character, so we had fun with that. Bear me, I'm doing it again. I had it with an ending where it could lead toward a submission match. I did.
Right?
I was kind of actively thinking of it, then I realized, why not? Which we haven't had in the FPL yet, so someday that'll be a thing. We're looking toward that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, like the stipulation matches, just so everybody has that in mind. We are aware of how those are going and how those work and what they build toward. I'm just going to tell you right now, that is stuff that's in line for the American Championship. That is the stipulation title, as it were. And that's going to main event Fastlane. Just so you know what the main event's going to be at Fastlane. You don't know who's in the main event of Fastlane yet. You're going to find out next week. Next week. Yeah, next week.
A little letdown right there.
Now we got some matches for later tonight. We'll see. You can put it. Bearme's good at piecing together who's in the matches based on who's not announced. Right? He's done that before. But just as we go through here and look at these matches, these normal matches, these one-on-ones, then you get to some hardcore matches. Think of the people in the hardcore matches. Who's been successful? We'll get there. Maybe we'll be able to knock it down and see who actually could be that or something. So we'll get there. But I did beat Rate Wrestle, continuing my record. I think I'm up to 3-1 because I just lost that tag match. So I've actually avenged the only loss I had because I beat RGX. So that's good. But I'm kind of directionless. I need something. I need something. So my Mania is coming up, and I'm floundering a bit. I'm not in the title picture, so that's not good for me.
Right.
I'm fine. I love it because I love what's happening. But my character is like, so we'll see what happens there. Jason Blades, figure it out. JJ Rocky. He got to win by 2 points. That's big, especially with war games.
Yeah, there's that thing like JJ beats everybody except for like a couple people that have beat him twice.
Uh-huh.
But he just, I mean, yeah.
That I'm gonna actually. I think I told Jace this in our Discord, which again you can follow down below. There's a character chat for in-character promos, video ones if you want to. And Jace has been calling him Fool's Gold because JJ says he's the golden boy of the trenches, the man of the trenches, and he calls him Fool's Gold. It's like, oh, that's such a brilliant spin on it, and I love that idea of that character thing because Fool's Gold is like, oh, it looks like it's the best, but it's not. They tricked you. That's such a dick heel thing.
And now he says he's dead in the trenches. Like, oh man,
they've been killing it. It's so good. But I mean, JJ, 2 points, 1 bonus question. The 3-point bonus question would have put him over if that was the difference, right? So, not a bad loss. Not a bad loss at all. Even like I said, mine 42-38. This is 2 points higher. Still fine. These are good points. These are good scores. Case in point, Sebastian Escobar 40-35 over Kier 1. Escobar is one of your favorites. In reality and here. Any surprise there to see? Like he doesn't win. We're already there. He's not winning the big one, but he's winning everything else pretty much.
It's true. He was on a mission.
He's on a mission. He's got all the time. He's confident. He knows what he's doing with it. The reaction rebounded. Luke Gray and Tino defeated Death Money Inc., The Arbiter, and Kano Mac. That's a big score difference.
I was a little surprised.
Yeah, I know Luke had troubles last time against Red and I, so they rebounded big time. That's a good win for those guys. As we see our tag division kind of shake itself out, see what's up, see what's going on. We said before, we don't have tag titles yet, or a specific, like, announceable plan. We want to see teams first. These are teams. This is good. This is good. We have, like, a timeline for what could happen based on what we have and where it goes, and we hope. And here, look, this is good. This is good. So we'll see what happens in there. Are you you're a former tag champ, Beer. Are you looking at tags possibly, or are you thinking solo right now? I mean, you got trio technically with FBU, but
whatever comes my way. I'm happy with whatever.
What a face. What a face.
Title's a title in my book.
What if it? That's true.
Yeah.
I want them all. That's my thing. But yeah.
Right. I mean, I think we all do. But
yeah. Now we got Alexander McKennedy defeating Relantando by a point. We got Josh Gionio defeating Jonathan CT Slide Martin. Sorry, I had to CT. He's probably in here writing stuff. Hardcore match. Hardcore match. Yes. Hardcore match. Yes. You see that he's won a couple of those. Yes. I think McKennedy did. Interesting. Smooth Rock defeated Lexi Briggs again by a point, and we got James Costner beating Cammy Cat. Oh, look, a hardcore match. Hardcore match. I think, Jeremy, do you think people are getting my hints yet? Are you getting my hints yet?
Right. Yeah, I kind of am.
Maybe. We'll see. I think you are. Here's the big one, though.
I am.
Yeah, here's the big one. Bastion, the Joker of the Casino Battle Royale, won the 21-man Casino Battle Royale.
He did.
That was actually a fun write-up. It was like a mini rumble, and it was faster because suddenly 3 minutes later, boom, 5 guys. And I had stuff in mind because after last time where I wanted to build all these different kind of not factions, but all these different interactions and see what happens with new characters where's this go? And then old rivalries coming back together too. This now, we've got 3 shows of history actively building and running strong. And you still get some new stuff. I specifically had Bastion and Broken Nerd have a cool one-on-one. Like, they were 2 big faces kind of singled out for a little moment. I'm like, I'd like to see that. So I positioned that in there as a fun moment. And, of course, myself and GMSG, I had to have some moments there. I was tempted to have it like not any, but I had to have a little bit. But it all costs everybody. Then you get like the Team No Chance explosions. You get the CT injunction stuff. There's problems that you get with those. So it's just fun seeing that and what you can do, and then having someone else get involved, like Escobar, eliminating Glorious Viper immediately. Now, Glorious Viper, if you're watching, don't worry about it. You just had the lowest score, so you were out first. But also, it worked well with Escobar to be like, that bastard. Like, it just, like, the opportunist. That was kind of the memorable moment. You'll be able to rebound from there. It's fine. Like, don't think that we're like, crush new guy. It's not that. It's just that kind of happens in these matches, and someone had to when you were the first. Alpha Dog in the Rumble had that. He did a cool moment. He was out. Opportune thing. You'll keep putting your picks in. Remember, every show, it's an hour before the deadline. Whatever that deadline is, you're good to go. Be on these cards, be on these matches. You get in there like Mad Elite Titan beating the Midnight Rider by a point. Or BeerMeJesus beating RGX by 3. LJ beating Ash by a point. Ash, the main event of WrestleMania. They both lost, and LJ won. That's keep putting your picks in. Keep getting in there. Keep going in. The more you show up, the more you'll balance it out, hopefully. Let's be honest. You might suck a lot, or you might kick ass. And we got some guys who had their third, and like Bastion hasn't lost yet, I think. Or he's got 1 loss, but he's got 2 wins because of that. It's a lot. BeerMe, how are you looking at like these kind of shakedowns? Like, you got RGX, the face RGX. He's seen the light against you, no less. He wanted to be in there with you. He wanted you specifically. And you got a promo of it, like we knew.
Yeah, he'll make a great world champ someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
Not while
it could be soon.
Not while you're around, though?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You never know. Maybe we'll probably face down the line again. You know, it'll
probably.
Happen.
I like how you can get some new rivalries out of that. Like, that's just the guy looking to prove himself. I mean, that 3-point bonus question, and he tied you. That's all. One 5-pointer, and he beat you. Like, 1 question off.
Yeah.
With 9. That's the thing with a big card. With a takeover or a smaller pay-per-view we've seen where there's 5 or 6 matches, 6 points can kill it, and 1 match can cost you. But with a 9-card one, you can lose your 9-pointer and still win. Like, it's very, very doable with that many involved. Because, you lost your 9-pointer, but you're 8, 7, and 6. You're good. And if he only got his 9 and he lost those, you're good. So that's where these ones, when you're a point, 1 point, it's brutal. It's brutal to see those losses, and we'll never knock you for it. And again, house shows, these don't count toward your overall standings. Don't worry about that. Yeah, it counts your record. You got a loss or a win, but it's not the one that matters in standings. I put air quotes. You didn't see that, BeerMe, but I did.
And there's little, like, you can do little story stuff out of it, too, you know? Like, it further alongs the thing.
These are the shows to do it. If you guys have requests for matches, you're building stuff in the Discord character chat, going back and forth, let us know. Like, we're reading it, too. We participate. But throw us some information. You can talk to Red, myself, CT, or GMSG. BeerMe's, he'll just point you towards us. He's not part of the booking. But if you get it to us... I mean, you can let him know. He might be on board. But you get it to us, we'll look at it and be like, well, what's the plan? Because for house shows, we kind of be like, this would be neat. And then someone goes, I want to face him. We're like, yeah! And we'll move it around and we'll try to fit you in and make that work. We always want to make it work. Sometimes it won't. And sometimes if it's for a main show, like if you guys have ideas for Fastlane that don't jive with our booking, don't worry, we got the house shows for that. But we also might go, that's better for Fastlane. It's just those ones are a little more structured and plotted out. Like I said, we got SummerSlam ideas, right? So I know we've got some stuff already figured out for Impact with Rebellion. There's some behind the scenes, I'd like this kind of stuff going on. I mean, you and I have talked about that, but we'll see. We'll see. We have a history, BeerMe and I, at Impact, as everybody should know. And for the record, Sacrifice is this week on Impact Plus. We don't do those. We do the main ones, like the Slammiversaries, Bound for Glories. We're not doing Sacrifice. And Takeovers this year with Mania is a dumb thing because it's an episode of NXT, and then it's like Part 2 is on the network. So officially we're not doing Part 2 of TakeOver Stand and Deliver simply because of that, even though, it's TakeOver. Like any other, it's just on Thursday. And again, they might only have it 2 hours with 3 matches. It might not even be predictable if we try. We don't want to book something we have to cancel. We just kind of need more info to be able to do it. So officially, we're not doing it. But if they pull it a card tomorrow with 5 matches, we still might not do it, guaranteed. But we'll at least have something where we can look at it and go, okay, do we do this? Because we're booking Mania, and that's a show 3 days prior, right? So we're trying to clarify everything here, but. For house shows, we can throw stuff in, do whatever. RGX can say, I want BeerMe. All right. That wasn't originally planned, but we liked it, so we did it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. LJ got Ash, like I said. That's LJ doing very well, and Ash, the main event of Mania. Let's see how that hashes out. Bastion beat Angela Grace, because of course Bastion did, but that's, again, FBU. That's OVS. Very, very
Fine by
strong
us.
stuff. We got CM Carlito and Wookie defeating other members of OVS. I'm sure you like that one as well. Casey Warden and Roman Pierce fell to the veterans. And that's not to knock it. 5 points in a tag match. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. 73 still would have beaten the other tag teams, if I'm correct here. Where'd that go? It would have beaten Death Money. Reaction would have beaten both teams. So that's how good Reaction did on this night. Chappers beat Junction. And Modstep beat Buckend 5. Got a 1-pointer and a 6-pointer. Lucian Hollis defeated CJ Hawk. Red defeated Bane the Bissa. Cam defeated Ace High. Battle of Masked Ones there. And Chef Urban defeated Kurt Cult. We got Broken Nerd beating the Alpha Dog. Rematch from last year's Soundstage in a Cage. We got Spinks defeating Skylar Cross. We have Matt Zion getting his first win over Blue Monkey G. And Killmonger defeated Newcomer Glorious Viper. Again, 17. I believe, again, I'm not going to harp on you, Glorious Viper. That was the worst set of numbers on the show. So, again, that's why you got tossed quick. But it's your first one, and it's on one that didn't matter. It's going to get your feet wet. We'll see you at Fastlane. It's awesome. Yeah. Luke, Matt, and Spinks won their first matches. Kennedy, Bastion, BeerMe. Hey, it's you. LJ, Smooth Rock, and GMSG got their 3-match-in-a-row achievement. Costner and JD got rules out the window for a hardcore match. Bastion won a Battle Royal. We got 21 people getting their first Battle Royal. The Rumble's different, so this is an achievement for that. Luke Rantino got the first tag match, and Relantendo got match of the night for the first time. So Relantendo actually got that with... Who was that? Where'd it go? Alexander McKennedy. That's McKennedy's second match of the night, I believe, after 4 shows. That's good. That's good.
And he's doing good. He's doing good stuff.
That's real good. That's some good standings right there. Again, we don't specifically use this for the standings, but we see, can he do it on a bigger scale? It does kind of push in areas and give opportunities for what we think could be a thing. It does inform us a bit. Beyond that, the write-up for this is a lot more restricted than the main ones. We try to do all the main show write-ups with main card details fully fleshed out. It's a house show. Doesn't really count with big air quotes, so it's a little different in how we actually do everything in here. The write-up stuff here is very brief, very quick. There is aspects of story here, sometimes more than you'd see. Just because it doesn't count doesn't mean it can't count towards something later, character-wise. It can absolutely do that, and we had a lot of that, like RGX, absolutely, with you. That's a big one. The Mad Elite Titan as well, they were beating each other with Ryder. The Battle Royal, again, was super fun to write with Bash and winning. And then, yeah, we go all the way through with Costner and Cammy Cat, JD and CT, Death Money and Reaction, JJ and Jays of Blades, that was almost weird to say. And then my birthday request, yeah, where I got shot down and had to have a match. And GMSG and Pain, one-on-one. And little bits like Pain pointing to where the WrestleMania sign is, saying it's nothing without me. Because the sign's not there, and that's what it would be, because it's AEW. We mimicked the arena. That was kind of fun. That was a fun thing to do, I think. So, but what did you think overall of FPL Revolution, BeerMe?
It was a good show. Good house show.
Anything you want to comment
say.
specifically? I blew through it. Forgive me. I'm talking. Anything you want to comment on here? Anything stood out? Any wins or losses that jumped to your mind?
FBU went 4-0. I mean, you know, we're doing our thing right now.
That's true. That's good momentum for War Games, isn't it?
Yeah. Plus, the Costner JD stuff's kind of up and getting up there. I like the CT and Junction stuff in the Rumble a whole lot.
Yeah, CT's now the guy who starts those matches and stays on the outside for a while.
You're right. But yeah. Congrats to Bastion for winning the Battle Royal as well. Mm-hmm. So hopefully he'll win the one at Mania.
Yeah, that shot. Bastion has earned his way into the WrestleMania Battle Royal, which we've yet to name. We're not going to call it like a memorial necessarily because nobody's died. But it is going to have its own name, we're thinking, if not just the WrestleMania. We're calling it that for now. But that Battle Royal, if you watched War Room, will earn you a title contendership. Like it's one step in the line. So Bastion has a guaranteed shot in that. He's in. 19 others will be declared. The winner of that will go on to face the winner of something. And then that person will face Ash or Payne at SummerSlam. So Bastion could be on his way right now to the SummerSlam main event in the first World Championship. That's all it takes. I mean, it's easy. It's win 2 Battle Royals and a contendership match. And then the number 1 tournament final. Yeah, that's all. It's easy. But that's the thing. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be like you earned this thing. That said, there are other things happening, obviously. We do have a brief bit of things to announce for Fastlane, because it's not this weekend, but it is, like, next. It's coming fast, Beerman. Like, Daylight Savings is this week. Time is going away. And it's
Oh, it is, yeah.
It's crazy. I got 3 matches to announce. I got James Costner versus Sebastian Escobar. That's at Fastlane. I got a match that you might be interested in, Beer Me. I actually don't know if you know this one yet. You might know this, actually. This match is for the War Games advantage at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
War Games is OVS, which is comprised specifically of Angela Grace. There's 5 of them, so it's Angela Grace, Roman Pierce, and... Oh, it's not Jace. He's got a match. Casey Warden.
Ooh.
Forgive me, I keep thinking Jace is in that. And it's going to be against FBU, you guys, Beer Me, Bastion, and the GMSG. And then also the Simple Creatures, which I believe, again, there's 4 of them, but it's the historic tag champs, Modstep and Chappers, and JJ Rocky. Our favorite, Beer Me, here on the show. Actual favorite, not GMSG. He's not really my favorite. The War Games Advantage match at Fastlane will be Roman Pierce, Bastion, and JJ Rocky.
Sounds about right.
That lines up, doesn't it? Yeah. Now JJ is the singles guy out of the Modstep Chappers duo. Not that they aren't capable, because Modstep beat you non-title when you were world champ. He was tag champ, so he knows how to get it done. Bastion just won the Rumble. He's gone damn near 4-0. He's kind of unstoppable right now. He's got 1 loss against that trio. And Roman Pierce is the wild card, and I don't think you want to overlook him, because OVS has been strong and has been dangerous. So
it's true.
I know you're going to pick Bastion, but what do you feel about Pierce and JJ as the opponents on that?
Well, thinking about it, we were trying to figure out who would be the one for the creatures to be in there, and we all thought that it would probably be JJ. So we were suspecting that. I didn't know who was going to be in it for OVS, because I feel like they could all have been in it. Like each one of them have different things, you know. And Bastion, I'm glad that he was in it. He, like I said, won the Battle Royal, and he also won that night. So I mean, he's out of all of us, I think he's on the biggest role. So
he is. That could be a case of momentum. Like, I mean, you and GMSG both won as well, and big wins also, especially GMSG in the main event over Payne. But Bastion, can't fault him there. Like I said, he won when it was on the line, right? So that's the goal here as well. So we'll see what he can do with that. Skipping over to the Fastlane page, I'm just going through. I don't think anything's even on here yet. No, nothing. So there's nothing on here yet. So all that we've got announced is what we're talking about right now. But there is the Frontline American Championship, the glorious red, white, and blue. I was going to say monstrosity, but it really isn't. It looks good. I like it. I mean, I designed it with the guys. What do you feel about this title belt, Beer Me? You've seen it with the Stars and Stripes design, right?
Yeah, I like it.
You like it?
I like it a lot. Yeah.
You like it? I still want to have that belt just to lord over everybody that I have it. The Canadian and jerk. It'll be great someday. But
that would be good stuff.
I can tell you right now, I'm not in that match. I'm not being awarded it. No. But here's who is. Yeah, I strung you along. We're going to announce right now who is in the main event of Fastlane to become the first ever FPL champion of any type, and it is for the FPL American Championship. Jeremy, are you ready to
Oh.
learn who is in this fatal 4-way death match?
Wow. Yeah. That's some heavy stuff right there.
Who do you got? Who do you got in mind here? Who do you think it could be? We had some
Okay, so
hints
it's
earlier.
fatal.
We had some hints. Yeah, fatal 4-way.
It's fatal 4-way. I'm gonna say JD.
No.
No. Okay, I'm gonna say McKennedy.
Yes.
Um,
Alexander McKennedy is one of the 4.
Costner already has a match.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
We looked at everybody who has had hardcore matches coming into this point, either by request or by virtue of being requested to be in one. And that alone shows the kind of people that want to be in this division. Not that it's exclusive to that, but who's in line, you know.
Jace.
Jace of Blades is in. He is the second, yes?
Cammy Cat.
No. No, Cammy unfortunately didn't win her matches.
Yeah.
She'd probably be number 5. Honestly, if I was thinking it, because that's her character, but it's just a matter of getting that win. She didn't win.
Right.
It was McKennedy who kind of took that from her. So I'm sure Cammy will have words for him regarding that.
Okay, you said you're not in it.
Nope. You're not in it.
No, I'm not in it.
No.
Is Rate Wrestle in it?
Rate Wrestle is in it.
I thought maybe. Okay, hang on. Okay, there's 3.
Yep.
It's RGX in it.
No, RGX is not in it.
Who the hell's 4th?
We went a little bit different with that. We had to pick one of the 2, and since Rate Wrestle put him through the window, he kind of got the upper hand.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm gonna feel like such
It's
turd if I can't think
you're,
of this.
You're gonna hate yourself when I say it too, because you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah." I'll give you a hint. He won a ladder match.
Oh,
Oh, you're there. You got him. You got it.
yeah. I'm so blanking right now. I can't even think of it.
The Midnight Rider.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
The first ladder match when he hung Matt Zion.
He did.
He hanged him.
Oh man, he got his revenge.
Yep. These are guys that have wanted the matches and have succeeded in the matches or have been in the matches and won the matches. We also kind of looked at things coming up, and yeah, depending where things fall, it can affect WrestleMania and opponents. So, I mean, if Rate Wrestle, who's scheduled to face RGX at WrestleMania, if he wins, I mean, that's going to be an American title match, right?
Kind of has to be.
It's got to be, right? Yeah. I mean, Jace.
So man, RGX kind of has to root for him,
right?
I mean, you know.
I mean, Jace is in the eye for an eye match. Well, that sounds pretty hardcore in deathmatch,
wow.
right? Doesn't it?
That does, yeah.
Maybe that's for the American. You see, it could be some interesting things that fall out from this. So that is our main event. Jace of Blades. I keep wanting to say Jace Villain 13. Forgive me, Jace. It's Jace of Blades, the Midnight Rider, Rate Wrestle, and Alexander McKennedy. Bit of a mouthful, all those names. In a death match for the American Championship. The main event, Fastlane. And yeah, like you said, maybe RGX is rooting for him. Maybe RGX gets involved. Maybe people get involved in that and try to come out there and help their guy win. You know, the person they're going to have a blood feud match with at Mania. Who can say?
Or maybe they just don't want the title and they're like, you know, I'm not gonna let you win it. I'm gonna crush your dreams and I'm gonna crush you at Mania.
And it just makes the Mania match even that more personal. Yeah, there's options here. Here. But yeah, that is Fastlane. What do you think of that match, Beerme?
That's some real good stuff. I really like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I don't even know who's gonna win. Like oh man, that's good stuff.
I like McKennedy simply because he was the one proclaiming himself off the bat as like, I'm the man, I'm the one.
He did post that
Yeah.
picture of James Storm with hardcore. That looked kind of cool.
Yeah. He had that idea and was wanting to run with it, and we're like, just wait like a little. Just hold on. Just hold on. It's good. Hold on. So we're here you go. But he proved himself in it. Right wrestle, yeah, he's done everything right, and his is a very different kind of sense of hardcore. He can just like wrestle you to death, which is
literally beat the shit out of you.
we all know the Midnight Rider.
Yeah, he's out here hanging people.
I want him to win, obviously, but come on, Lee, you got
cool.
this. You got this. And Jace looking to prove himself and just upend everything as almost the spoiler to all that.
Right.
That's just great. I love it.
He's the one that knows the most about the death matches, I would assume.
He does. He's got TOD experience with deathmatch tournaments and such. I mean, like I said, the league's been inconsistent, but he's been winning. He's gotten these wins now when it matters. Right wrestle, right place, right time, and McKennedy kind of, sort of made this all happen. Like he willed into existence. I will be the hardcore guy, and
thank you, McKennedy.
he could be it. He could be it, and that's all because I just had him beat the ever loving crap out of Cammy Cat, and they've got a feud.
Right.
Like we know we haven't seen the last of that, and if he wins it,
Yeah.
you know he's got to be defending against Cammy at some point. Obviously, Cammy's got to win it, and you go from there. That said, going forward, it's not even decided yet how contenders will be named. If it's other deathmatch style, because if someone says, I want to go in there, okay, let's see what you got. Maybe you get a deathmatch before him, maybe you get a hardcore match, maybe you get a submission match. These are all stipulation matches, right? The way deathmatches work is it's simply a negative based on your score, but it can be themed like anything like Eye for an Eye, the death, what was it, the restaurant Valentine date, right? Like that was technically a death match or a hardcore match. Same idea. It's thematic, right? So we're looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that match and having our first champion. It's here. We've been going since January. It's March. It's early, kind of earlier than we thought, but it's time. So I'm ready for it. How about you? Are you ready to see a champion next weekend?
I'm ready, and only one person's ever going to be like, "Hey, I'm the first champ."
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big deal.
I love it. And I like the idea of all of those guys with that belt. Because Ray Wrestle with his the Japanese character with that would look really good. I like that. McKennedy, just that. Yep. I can picture it. Him with that U.S. belt. I say U.S. for the flag. It's called American to not be the United States title because people have American or United States titles. And to counter the Canadian, just so people know. Jace, I'd love that look too, but Lee's Canadian, and he wouldn't care, but he wants it. Like, if you give him the chance, he's going to want it. So, yeah. I mean, he'll hang people with the belt if he can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can hang someone with a title belt, can't you?
It's true. Yeah, you can make it work.
That's a challenge he's willing to accept. So,
right.
So I think we'll leave it there. Any last words for this one, BeerMe?
Good luck to everybody, thanks everybody for coming out to the Revolution show.
Absolutely,
and,
yes.
We'll see you same time next week, or maybe earlier. Who knows?
I think we'll call it there. Yeah, we'll be next week with the rest of the Fastlane card, and we'll be looking towards the other stuff towards WrestleMania as well. But for BeerMeJesus, thanks again. Have a good night.